This video is part of the Iron Orchid Designs Holiday Collection Release playlist. If you want to see other videos from the playlist, please click the link in the description below. Hi, I'm Shannon with Creating with Shannon at Pick and Booth Vintage. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so look at these adorable ornaments. These were made with the Fairy Merry Christmas transfers. They are just so cute, so whimsical, but the detail on these are just simply amazing. And I have all these wood ornaments around, so I figured they'd be super cute with the fairies on them. So I go through the pack and I pick out the ones that I want to do. I'm going to make a handful of ornaments because I think they'll make a lovely Christmas tree and kind of like a wilderness tree. So what I do is I go ahead and I start rubbing on, and I use my transfer tool. And now some of the part that I didn't rub came off, but I simply just pulled it off and then rubbed the edges, so I made sure that the transfer was on. And then I took the piece of clear cellophane and just rubbed it on to make sure that it was on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the rest of the transfers on. Now, mind you, I'm trying to take the edge of my transfer tool and rub the edge, so when I do pull it off, it's more, it leaves the parts on that I don't want on my ornament. So there we go. And you're going to see here in just a second when I go to pull this off how it sticks to my fingers. Look at that. These transfers are great quality and they stick really, really well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the extras off of these ornaments, and then I'm going to finish putting the rest of the fairies on the other ornaments. Now look at this one. She has mushrooms in her hair. Kind of reminds me of Medusa, but these mushrooms are way cuter than the snakes. Look at that detail. Amazing. And then I did a Christmas tree. And then the final one is just another fairy with some really cute little wings. So once I get all these on and they're ready to go, what I'm going to do is I am going to make them pop. So in order to do this, I'm going to need some paint and some shimmer. So I'm going to take some red acrylic shimmer metallic paint, and I'm simply just adding some of the ornaments that are already on there, but I'm just making them pop a little bit by adding this bright red. Now, I'm also going to take a little bit of the red and I'm going to highlight in the areas where I think the red will look good, because there's already like a faded red on these fairies. So I'm simply going to just use the paint to highlight and brighten where they already have the red. So there's some flowers on her dress right here. And then in her hair, I think there's a little flower up there too, but I can't forget her skirt. And just see how this red, just lightly put it on there, it makes the designs pop. It adds just so much. Now look at what it does to the mushrooms. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to do as best I can with all the mushrooms with the red. I'm not really, if you notice, I'm not really taking as much time as you think I should with this, but that's because I'm going to be covering it with something different. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of my ornaments and make sure that I have enough red. Now I'm going to go in and use some gold paint, and I'm going to highlight some certain areas where I feel like the gold will look pretty. So I'm using it in her hair. I'm using it on some ornaments on the Christmas tree. I'm going to use, look at this on her hair. Look at how it just makes her hair just pop and become so much more vibrant. I just absolutely love this. Is probably my favorite one out of these so far. So now, in order to be able to hang these, I'm going to drill a little teeny hole in the top, and then I'm going to take these little jewelry anchors, and I'm just going to twist them in right where I put the little hole. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that to the rest of my ornaments, because I want to be able to hang them from the tree with ribbon or string or whatever I decide I'm going to put on them. So after I get all of my ornaments ready, I'm going to put them on top of a little jar, just because I want to get them off of the mat, because I'm going to be using resin with these. Now I'm not using quickset resin, I'm using the clear resin, so it takes like 24 hours to dry, but there is a health warning on it, so make sure you wear the gloves. It says wear the gloves, so make sure you wear the gloves and be in a well-ventilated area. So I'm just going to shake them. I'm actually not shaking them, I'm just turning them just to mix them, but I don't want to shake because I don't want to create extra bubbles. So I mix it up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply pour them right on top of my ornaments. Now you're going to notice that on some of the ornaments, I decided to paint the edges, and other ornaments, the fairies fit across the whole entire ornament, and then some where I left natural. This is to show the difference of what happens when you put resin on your surface. I go back and I add some glitter. They dry overnight, and now you can see, look how beautiful they turned out. Each of them different. Some have green ribbon, some have red ribbon, some have checkered ribbon, but look at this darling little Christmas tree. If you liked today's video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit that bell, that way you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Have a great day.